In the year 2020, I don't actually know, I'm just assuming that it is, when the gods from every pantheon finally decide to end our suffering and just stomp us out of existence, it's up to us, the human race, to challenge the gods and fight for our survival in a tournament called Ragnarok. However, of all the humans in the past, present, and future, who could stand up for humanity? Well, as it turns out, all we have to do is take a look at the start of humanity to find a contender in the first human, Adam. Yet, to compete in a tournament against gods like Thor and Zeus, Adam must be strong, and exactly how strong is what we're going to be calculating today. So, buckle up as we start the roller coaster ride that is calculating the strength of Adam. Hello Internet, Jojo here. Guys, I'm pretty stoked for today because I finally get to talk about a series that I've wanted to talk about for a while, A Record of Ragnarok. If you've not heard of it before, the plot of this series is very basic. The gods of every pantheon vote to destroy humanity, it sounds kinda like 2020, but then a Valkyrie who has the closest ties to humanity basically plays the gods like a recorder and makes them challenge humanity to a tournament called Ragnarok. Ragnarok comes down to a 10-on-10 challenge. Whoever wins more fights wins the tournament. In round 2, it came down to Adam, the first human from the Bible, versus Zeus, the godfather of the cosmos from the Greek pantheon. Now, the lore of the series states that even if humanity has people who are strong enough to kill a god, they cannot because, they're just human. But that's where Valkyries come in. When a human fighter is chosen, a Valkyrie will bind their soul to the humans and become a weapon for them to use, much like the weapons and meisters from Soul Eater. However, unlike Soul Eater, win or lose, the Valkyries and humans share the same fate. The Valkyrie that fights with Adam is called Rainleif. This Valkyrie transforms into metal knuckles, perfectly reflecting the nature of Adam, as he's completely naked and fights with his bare fists. The god to challenge Adam was Zeus, the godfather of the cosmos. I don't know why it's in there, that's a typo. It's Cosmos, he's the godfather of the cosmos, but Cosmos sounds funny, so I'm keeping it. Now, you might think that Adam has no such business being in the same arena as someone whose punch could exceed time itself, but Adam is not a normal human. In Genesis 1:27, it's stated that Adam was made in the image of God, and in the Record of Ragnarok, this gives him the eyes of the Lord. These eyes allowed Adam to not only copy, but also avoid Zeus' attacks with ease. Zeus' first attack happened in 0.01 of a second. Now, here's the difficult part. We can't find the length of Zeus' arm because we don't know how tall either Zeus or Adam are. This is because, in this series, neither of the characters have canonical heights. However, I think it would make sense to assume that this version of Adam is the same height as the average male. After all, he is the father of the human race and pretty much embodies humanity as a whole in this instance. So, across the world, the average male is about 171 centimeters tall, and comparing him to the length of Zeus' arm, we find that for this first punch, Zeus would need to be moving about 373.434 miles per hour, or about half the speed of sound. For Adam to be able to avoid the attack, he would need to be able to react in that same 100th of a second that the punch was thrown in. However, after the first swing, Zeus speeds up a lot. For the next several punches, they keep almost the same distance, so we would use the same length. In Zeus' next combo, he threw 2 punches in 1,000th of a second. Now, considering that they are jabs, he would have had to throw the punch, retract his arm, and then throw it again. He must have been moving over 11,200 miles per hour. After that, he threw what appears to be 6 punches in 1/10,000th of a second. This would put him at 410,778 miles per hour. After that, Zeus unleashed his jab meteor. This attack takes place in 100,000th of a second, and by counting the meteors, appears to be about 8 punches. Zeus' jab meteor would need to be moving at about 5,600,000 miles per hour, or just under 1% the speed of light. Looking back at Adam in this panel, we can see that he's about 11.66 centimeters away from the fist. Using the speed we calculated, we find that Adam must have been able to react in about 46.56 nanoseconds. The thing is, Adam continuously avoids these punches easily, and that's when it gets taken up a notch yet again. Next, Zeus throws a single punch at Adam. This punch takes only 100 nanoseconds to reach its max extension. This time will put this punch at over 37,343,000 miles per hour. Once this entire barrage is over, Adam reciprocates the exact same attack towards Zeus, as that's what the eyes of the Lord allowed. However, that is when Zeus uses the attack that made him the godfather of the cosmos. Zeus earned his place eons ago when he beat his father Krona, the personification of time, in single combat. Zeus's most powerful and most destructive attack is a punch that exceeds time itself. This was the punch that Zeus took from Krona and is using against Adam in this instance. In this panel, we see that there are about 20 zeros and then it trails off, assuming the next digit is a 1, and this punch must have taken place in about 0.01 attoseconds. For reference, 12 attoseconds is the most humanity has ever been able to controllably measure time. From this panel, we see that Zeus is about 3.94 meters away from Adam. For him to cover this distance and punch in this time, Zeus must have been able to move at about 1,314,242 billion times faster than the speed of light. However, Adam counters this with the same kind of punch, proving that he is in fact faster than Zeus. Actually, there are 9 spoken words and 3 empty panels between when Adam hit Zeus and when time finally caught up. Using a speaking pace of 160 words per minute and applying it to time, we find that Adam should be able to react in about 833 yoctoseconds. But wait, there's still more. Adam should have a weight of around 66 kilograms. Assuming that he put all his weight into this punch, and he would have the kinetic energy of about 1.224 billion yototons of TNT. That's about 5% the release energy of a supernova. Yet, this is only if we use the numbers on screen. Have you ever heard of Planck time? This is the smallest unit of measurement for time. It is 5.39121 to the minus 44th power in seconds. This is the smallest numerical value that can be given to any amount of time on this side of reality. If we assume that this was the time they're talking about when Zeus covered the distance between him and Adam, he would be moving fast enough to cross the entire known universe 7.1765 sextillion times in a day. Because we know that Adam is this fast as well, we can apply his mass of about 66 kilograms to this and find that he would have the striking power to destroy the universe 44 quintillion times over. Now, do I think that Adam can strike with that much power? No, I don't. I don't think we're talking about Planck time here. I think that both Adam and Zeus are more likely in the high yoctosecond reaction time range with power that is about 5% of a supernova. Of course, you can have your own opinion on this, I just showed the math. Now, this was just a short video because I had wanted to talk about this character in series for quite a while. So, that said guys, thanks for watching, see you next time, remember to stay spectacular, JoJo, out.